So this beast is the Baroque Bassoon, and this is a copy of an instrument by Eickentopf, who worked in Leipzig, and this would have been an instrument that was well known to Bach. The air goes through the reed, which is two pieces of bamboo stuck together, just like the oboe. Then it travels down this piece of metal, which is called the crook, or Americans call that the bocal. The air goes down this side of the bassoon, and here in this boot joint, there's a U-turn at the bottom, and the air comes right the way back up and out this side here. So it's just a big tube folded over on itself to make it manageable. The Baroque bassoon is aesthetically more beautiful than the modern one. It's got a beautiful varnish. You can see that there's not so much scaffolding like there is on the modern bassoon, all that metal key work. And this is quite simple. It only has a few keys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These at the back for my thumb to jump around. In the 18th century, the Baroque bassoon has a split personality. It's both a rustic bassline instrument, like for barn dances and very kind of countryside feeling. But it's also developing in an elegant way. So the wind instruments in the 18th century are coming from outside into the fashionable indoors. So we begin to have some elegant shapes on the instrument. We begin to get little crowns on top, so it begins to be presentable in the palace. And also the tenor register of the instrument, which is quite singing, is really in fashion suddenly. So it's more plaintive at the top and more rustic at the bottom. I love playing this particular instrument because I know it was known to Bach, and I love his music, and it's great to get back to a sound that's as close as possible to the one he would have known. In fact, we have a very shameful secret, Baroque bassoonists, because once a bassoonist challenged Bach to a duel. Bach called him a nanny goat bassoonist because he must have sounded just dreadful, and they both had a fight in the street. Bach's female cousin had to separate them, and they appeared in court. So it could have been very ugly for Baroque bassoon players. But yeah, that aside, it's a really interesting journey to find the colours inside these instruments and just to see how the wood speaks and what it can say.